Oh, it must be Tuesday. It must be Tuesday. Oh, so somebody is muted.
Mike is muted. What's
Yeah.
popping? We're in the building. Down in Sports Talk. We're in the house. It must be Tuesday. You already know what it is. Left-handed right here at RM Des on Twitter. Get at me. My co-D in the house right there. That's Yada Bear right there. A lot of stuff to talk about this week, man. Super Bowl week, so you know we're gonna get into that, get our picks on and all of that. NBA trade deadline and all that good stuff. WNBA wilding out with the free agency movement and the trades and all that stuff. So we're gonna get into that. But first things first. I am left-handed. That's my code D out of Bear. We talk about stuff that a lot of cats don't really get into until after the fact. We brought this up at the end of the show last week. All right. When Yada was talking about which to get down on it segment, she brought up something. We're gonna continue that conversation tonight and get a little bit more in depth into it. All right, that's Yada Bear over there. What's up, Browski? What's good with you?
Not much. I'm here chilling. Waiting for this NBA trade deadline to come so that we can see what moves are gonna be made out there, and just waiting for this game on Sunday. You know, the end of football season is Sunday.
Yeah, and as far as the NBA trade deadline thing, and you know what I mean, I think my Knicks are gonna have to definitely make a move. Um, Again, especially I said that as soon as Julius Randle got hurt. You know what I mean? There's something out there that's going to be able to get this team in a better position. I mean, right now we're in a great spot right now. But man, listen, it's only February. I know last week we said it was only January. Now it's only February. You know what I
I
mean?
know.
You know, we still got the All-Star game to play. We still got a long second half. Bobrowski talked about a couple weeks ago where, you know, it's going to be hella back-to-backs.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So again, the injury thing is starting to, take its toll already. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, man, we are what we are. Teams got to make moves, and again, the OG Anunoby move was definitely a bright spot. We got wild draft picks. You know what I mean? We got wild, stuff that we could use in a trade to get somebody. I wouldn't want it to be a rental. I would want it to be somebody who's going to be in here and make a difference. Again, then we got to deal with the Julius Randle thing when he gets back in a few weeks. So that's where I'm at with that. As far as the deadline is concerned, we'll get into that a little bit more in depth. Let's get right into it, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, at the end of the day, I think that, we need to talk about stuff that these cats don't talk about.
Hmm.
And we're going to get into it. Um, the NHL is dealing with an image problem. The NHL is dealing with a Chester the Molester problem.
Yeah, they are.
The NHL is dealing with a lot of stuff right now. And the reason why we, coming at it from this type of angle is because the way even the owners are presenting it as a thing where it's like it's a financial situation where they need help. After kind of like harboring these what we call them sexual deviants, alleged sexual
Yeah.
deviants.
Well. It's no longer alleged. It's documented. They already got extradited over to London, so it's no longer alleged. So we can call them sexual deviant. You know.
So we could just all right. So they have Chester molesters are out
Yep.
here. If you don't know the story, man, it kind of goes back, but it's been brought back to light in the
Mhm.
present time. It was a situation in 2018. The Junior Olympic hockey team.
Yep.
Um, they assaulted this young lady. What happened? She filed a suit. Um, the, Everything got taken care of, I guess, and they decided to open it back up. And now the proverbial sugar honey iced tea is about to hit the fan, and it's already hit the fan because, like Yada Bear said, those players, and we will name names because that's what we do over here. Those players are already overseas and dealing with this situation.
Yes.
Talk to it a little bit, Broski, because again, I don't want to get my facts messed up, man. But I'm in the building, but I just think that this thing needs to be talked about. Windwalkers
Yeah.
in the house. Yo, what up, yo?
Yeah. So basically, 2018 junior winter, the junior Canadian hockey team, um, over in London had a tournament, and about seven of them decided that, hey, we want to have a little extra fun, and they took the party back to their hotel room with a single female and did some wild stuff in that room. Um, it's crazy that the Canadian Federal Hockey League just basically brushed this underneath the rug. Um, they the investigation was closed in 2019. They didn't have enough evidence or whatever to charge these guys. So she did what any normal person would do. She sued them. And when she sued them, they was left under anonymous, They couldn't release their names. They was under anonymous. So she sued them. She won out of court. She got a nice little settlement. She got some coins. And now in 2024, some of these guys, has been in the league. Some got drafted, a couple years before others, but someone was in the league, and out of nowhere, this investigation got reopened, and it kind of seemed like somebody got caught up um, with something, and they probably brought this situation back up, and was like, well, if you want to lessen your time, you got to snitch. You got to tell us who was in that room and what happened to this young lady, and they did. And when we talk about these guys, there's about five of them that was in the league. Um, One from my Philadelphia Flyers, Carter Hart, who
And
at the beginning.
and not to cut your wisdom short.
Mhm.
Now we know why his play fell off. Go ahead. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
because in the beginning of the season, he was all over the ice. He was involved in every play, scoring goals, assisting on goals, just a menace on
He's
the
a
ice.
goalie.
And
He's a goalie.
yeah,
He's a
yeah, yeah,
goalie.
yeah, excuse me. He was just a menace out there, and he was one of the main reasons why the Flyers was in the position that they are now, because we thought this was going to be a rebuild year. Nobody was really paying attention to the Flyers like that. We was looking forward to the guy that we drafted from Russia, who couldn't, he can't even come over to the States yet to play. We gotta wait for him in 2025 to come over. So we looked at this like, all right, well, this is going to be the word we throw around here in Philadelphia, the process year. We just going to go out here, have a couple guys out here, and then Carter just emerged as, we didn't see this coming. He had a couple shutouts, you know. He had a couple key saves doing shootouts, and then out of nowhere, he just forgot how to be a goalie. He forgot how to play hockey, and
He ain't forget. He ain't forget. Yes,
he
yes.
he
So the time.
he has some type of mental
And
block.
not for nothing. Y'all had another dude that we was talking about on the show maybe about a month ago that
Mhm.
y'all drafted, and then he said he didn't want to play in Philadelphia.
He said he didn't want to play, and maybe this was one of the reasons why he didn't want to play here.
It could be.
Maybe it
It
could
could
be
be.
because he
Um.
could he could be looking like, I got a sister, you know.
Yeah.
This
So
guy crazy.
and absolutely. So it goes the Philadelphia Flyers goaltender Carter Hart, New Jersey Devils forward Michael McLeod, New Jersey Devils defenseman Cal Foote, Calgary Flames forward Dylan Dubé, and a former Ottawa Senators draft pick Alex Formenton. That's five. There's two missing. All right. We talk and we have fun and we talk about this sports stuff and we laugh and we joke and we kid and we play, but like this right here is like a serious subject matter right here. And again, to make it even worse, to add insult to injury, to pour alcohol in the wound, the owners of these NHL clubs, the Devils, Flyers, Flames, Ottawa, they want to be compensated.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, they want to replace these guys' contracts or get that money back, from that they paid these dudes. You know what I mean? So it's a whole bunch of stuff going on with this. But the thing of the matter is now it's kind of out in the open a little bit. And why why isn't it being talked about more?
Yeah, I haven't seen Stephen A. Smith or Skip on Undisputed or Colin Cowherd on The Herd or even Pat McAfee on his show on ESPN. Nobody's talking about this. Everybody's so focused on the Super Bowl. Everybody focused on the Super Bowl and
not
the
for
NBA
nothing. The NHL guy, Star, he's an NHL guy. He's a hockey guy. Like he's Star, he's speed on right here, yo. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
This is
and truthfully, with the article I've read, they said that there was 8 of them. There was 8 of them.
Wow.
So only 5 have been brought to the carpet. So where's the other 3? To me, I think one of the other 3, like I said earlier, probably got caught up in something else internationally.
Yeah, he's in a protection program.
Yeah, and they said, well, you got to give up these names. And now he gave up the names. Those 5 gentlemen are now over in the possession of the London PD. The London PD already issued an apology to the victim because they said that this shouldn't have took this long. It should never got to this point that she should have had justice back in 2019. Not, oh, well, we don't have enough evidence, and then she got to go and file a lawsuit. And I believe they said the lawsuit was like $3.5 million, and they settled out of court. They didn't say what the settlement was. So hopefully she got all of the 3.5, or she should have got more. But this thing right here is just nuts that nobody's talking about this. And
was it 3.5 Canadian or US?
it might be 3.5 euros. Okay, it might be some euros. Right?
I'm sorry.
It was rubles, nigga.
Walter made me laugh. I'm sorry.
But it's just crazy that, like I said, nobody's talking about this. NHL, they should be mad at the Canadian hockey league. I will be coming at them because you knew this happened and you left this out, and now we draft players that was involved with this scandal that has been taken away from their teams, and they want some type of compensation. Then they should be getting so then Canada need to be coughing up some money because this is y'all problem. If y'all would have took care of this in 2019, they wouldn't be in this situation. But and then on the other hand, though, when I look at the NHL, I'm like, well, nobody's talking about the victim. They're not being apologetic. Like, wow, I can't believe this happened. They just showed off like, well, we need money. We need to be compensated for the players that we are losing. And it's like, this is really bad PR. For the league that really don't get that much smoke anyway. So now you're in a negative light. This is crazy.
I totally agree with you.
You just had the All-Star game. You just had the All-Star game.
Yeah, I feel that the owners of each one of those teams should be reaching out to the victim, letting them know we apologize that this happened with our team players. Exactly.
I mean, hopefully they would have done that already by now behind the scenes, because again, it's and I get it. You're right. You're absolutely dead right. But again, it's 2024. That happened back then. If they haven't done it behind the scenes, but again, to say that they want to be compensated, that's like a slap in the face.
Yeah, it's like, we need some money too.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yes, sir. Definitely. So NHL need to get it together. One thing I can say, I'm glad it wasn't none of us.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm glad. It was,
and,
I mean,
and
there's a healthy number. There's a healthy number of us in the league right now. You know what I
yep,
mean? And just hope, and I'm glad that it wasn't anybody caught up that was people of color and like look like me or Windwalker. You know what I'm saying? So again, at
facts,
the
Right,
end of
right.
the
and also people got to keep in mind that the Olympics is about to start in Paris. So if
yeah.
this, so that's probably another reason why no one wants to talk about this, because this happened in London, and now we're
Mm-hmm,
Well,
going to
mm-hmm.
they picked
Paris
the fine.
for the
They
Olympics
picked the fine
again.
time to talk about it. Absolutely.
Yeah. So now nobody wants this right here. Now has escaped everyone's memory, and now they brought it back to the forefront, and still nobody wants to speak on this. This is nowhere. They send you a little. You got to search for this. This
Right.
wasn't even on the front page of ESPN, which is crazy to me. You had to search for
Yeah.
NHL news just to find this scandal, and they still try to bury it. It's not even breaking news, top news. They are burying this story, but you can't bury that much stuff from me because I'm going to find it.
Yeah, and I
I'm,
mean, as much as they talk about and like to profess them as being, for women's, rights and progressive and
yeah,
all that stuff, this should be definitely a top story that they should talk about and they should stay on. You know what I mean? Because it's not fair and it's not right. But again, they have their bottom line to protect. At the end of the day, it's like um, this is the NHL's problem. Let's just call it what it is. ESPN,
yeah.
um, you know, the other sports networks is like that's Gary Bettman's problem. You got to
Yeah,
deal with that.
and they are going to give relief. They said that the Devils, the Flyers, and the Flames, they will receive salary cap relief for their respective players.
Look at that.
That's crazy.
It ain't.
So they're going
It's not like It's not like they hurt. They got their arm chopped off that they can't never play no more. That's not it.
and
They committed a crime. They committed a crime, yo.
these
Against the
players
woman.
are still being paid. They're still being paid while they're away for the team.
They got that Josh Giddey shit going on.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
They said they don't anticipate them being suspended without pay or have their contracts terminated before the end of the season. But it's not going to matter because if they go to jail, then that should automatically terminate the contract, right?
Hey, and London don't play.
No, they don't play with this. Listen, you can
they
tell a place
gonna put
don't
the
play when
they
they
gonna put
cop
the MI6 on them.
okay, listen, they cops don't
Scotland
even
Yard.
carry guns, okay? So you know they don't play
Scotland Yard gonna
cops don't
show
even
up.
carry guns. So
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just crazy. It's just nuts. And like you said, the All Star, NHL All Star just passed, and they didn't even get no love like that. Matter of fact, I think the NHL All Star, I think is what this weekend. The NBA is next weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and they're not getting no love for real, none at all. Um, did you watch
Scandal in
any?
the NHL.
Did you watch any of the Pro Bowl festivities this past
Man,
week?
that's some trash. That's trash. What happened to the Pro Bowl, man?
Well, you know what happened. Once they moved it to before the Super Bowl and moved it from Hawaii, it became trash.
Yeah, when it was in Hawaii and after the Super Bowl, that's
hmm
what made it good. Because you get to see the players that won the Super Bowl in the Pro Bowl.
Exactly, and you knew that was the end of the football season. The last
Come on, man.
hurrah. Now,
And you didn't have all these challenges, and they try. What the heck is going on?
listen, if you're gonna do that, then do it all the way. Don't even call it the Pro Bowl. Just call it the NFL challenge or something like
Yeah, call it
Call it the
the
All Star
NFL.
game.
The
Shit,
NFL,
they trying to be
the
like the
NFL
NBA All
extracurricular,
Stars. That's
the
what they trying to
NFL
do.
extracurricular activity games.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
skill challenge, flag football,
Intramurals, like school and whatnot.
uh,
The
wait,
intramurals. You know what I mean?
dodgeball. Come on, man.
See, I don't
Man,
like none
check
of
this
that
out. check this out. The NFL, man. I mean, you know, the Pro Bowl. They really don't want to play it anyway. It used to be a thing. The Pro Bowl used to be a thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it got away from that to, you know, it got turned into, you know, fun time. Everybody wants to, you know, have a ball and have this and that, which is cool. But at the end of the day, man, you know, you want to see the best go up against the best in real time. You know what I mean? You want to see them go up against each other or some you know, some real competitive stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But see, this my
I
thing.
don't know, man.
And you know what else? You know what else? I'm gonna tell you the truth. This is what else. This is the what else. That was the prize of you playing good all year and taking your family to Hawaii, and that's your vacation, and that's your prize for doing what you did.
Well, when everybody now making hundreds of millions of dollars.
The best thing that they did in regards to the Pro Bowl is put it a week before the Super Bowl. That's the best. That's the best thing they did. So that way, the cats that's in the Super Bowl don't have to play. They don't have to play. I like that. I like that. But everything else,
I'm okay with that.
The Pro Bowl used to be after the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and you know what? And I'm okay with what they're doing now. My thing is, I don't want to see no dodgeball. That's one. Right. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see no flag football. I don't want to see that at all.
Right. I want to see some real football.
No,
real football.
They're not going to play real football because of the whole CTE thing and preserving their bodies. That's their old way of thinking is out the window now. They're not doing it. But my thing is, if you're going to have these type of games or challenges, then do things that we want to see. Let's see who's the fastest guy in the NFL. Everybody want to talk about who's the fastest here.
Have them race. Yeah.
Let's see some 40-yard dash, and let's see who can do more reps. You know, let's have those type of competition. Let's see if there's another quarterback out there that can deadlift 600 pounds like Jalen Hurts. Let's see that. You know, you can still keep the accuracy passing. You want to do that. You want to do the field goal accuracy. You can still do that. You want to do the punt, like catching punts. You can still do that. You can do so many other things that are very interesting. It could be a glorified NFL combine with the stars.
Yeah, making the combine.
Trash about how great they are. Well, all right, you've been in the league for 5-6 years. Let's see if you're really that fast. You know, hey, Tyreek Hill, you say you the fastest guy out here. Well, I got somebody over here. I got Trayvon Diggs saying he's faster than you. You know,
right?
I got Sauce Gardner saying that he's the best corner out here, so he got better hands than this receiver here. Like, I want to see things like that. Do things that's interesting like that. Get like that football stuff out of here. Get that flag football stuff.
Like have a field goal competition. You start at the 20, then you just keep moving them back and back and back. When you miss, you out. Put the best kickers in there.
Yeah, we want to see stuff
and
like
see
that.
Who can go the farthest distance.
Like that,
you know,
stuff like that. Yeah, I'll be fine with, but I just don't like all that. Like I loved when we seen like back in the day doing the old school Pro Bowl, but you still had the quarterback competition when you had like accurate passing and things like that. That was cool to see them do that. You know, maybe some legends come out there and still throw the rock around, you know? But
what
they doing now, they need to change it up.
Speaking of change it up, yeah, man, it's about that time. You already know what it is. It is now officially Super Bowl week, Super Bowl Tuesday. Get all the press conference thing. I didn't watch any of that, man. I feel like that's a sideshow.
Trash.
Now that getting down into it, the thing about it is that what do we talk about, Kimmy? What did we talk about when we talked about somebody's going to get caught doing something?
Oh,
right?
That's
Behind the scenes. Yeah, and listen, down in sports talk, man. I mean, we don't do astronomical numbers. We don't be, cursing, and we don't have O.J. Simpson on as a guest or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But listen, man, we call it like we see it, and 8.5 times out of 10, we tell it like it is. You know what I mean, and how it does. But at the end of the day, man, I feel like this Super Bowl right here is what everybody wanted. The survival of the fittest, we call it. The 49ers survived the NFC.
Yeah.
The Chiefs, they went through what they went through. They survived the AFC. Now here we are. It's a rematch. You know what I mean? Now we're going to see what the 49ers are going to do with a Mr. Irrelevant. You know what I mean? Jimmy G is not there no more, but they basically still have the same team. They added Christian McCaffrey, so which is going to make a not right now going into the game. Let's go back for a second. Hold up. Let's go back. Why do the Kansas City Chiefs always got some nonsense going on with them when they get to the Super Bowl?
Man,
it's always something, right?
Why?
1 year was the
Mahomes
brother.
Daddy got to get the mix. Before, wasn't his brother Jackson Mahomes, or was it?
Yeah.
He assaulted somebody. Now Patrick Mahomes Sr., who used to pitch for the Yankees and the Mets, right, and the Twins, right? He got what was it? What was it? A DUI or DWI?
It was DWI.
DWI.
You want to get your name in the paper that bad, B? You had to be like, you know what I mean? We knew somebody was going to get bagged for something.
Well,
especially in Las Vegas.
Especially in Vegas.
Especially in Las Vegas. I mean, you get bagged there, but
his dad is wild.
Yeah. Somebody going to be betting on the game. Somebody going to get caught with a hooker. Something's going to happen.
Yeah. Something's going to happen. Mahomes Senior wild out there. He was wilding out in Buffalo.
With the Kansas City Chiefs, man, when it comes to the Super Bowl, the Chiefs practice at the Vegas Raiders facility. The San Francisco 49ers were practicing at a facility which was, not so pristine.
They said the grass is super soft.
Yeah, the grass is soft.
Why didn't let them go to UNLV? That's what I don't understand.
I don't know, but
makes sense, don't it? Don't that make sense?
That doesn't make sense to me at all. Why would you have one team at a major disadvantage? You know what I mean? To have the other team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That makes sense. Hey, Kim, remind me we're gonna talk about that floor for the NBA All-Star game. We gotta talk about that floor. But this, I mean, going into this game, man, it's kind of evenly matched. We talked about a little bit behind the scenes where you got, whatever you talk about, you got for the Niners. You could talk about the same thing on the other side with the Chiefs. The notoriety might not be as heavy, you know what I mean, as, for example, you got Patrick Mahomes, already two-time Super Bowl champion, going up against Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant. You know what I mean? That jumps off the page right there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Each of the teams,
Each
of the teams have a great tight end. From tight end university, you got Travis Kelce from Kansas City Chiefs, and you got the kid for the Niners,
George Kittle.
Kittle and Kelce, man. Say that 10 times fast. George Kittle. I mean, again, even in the backfield, you got Pacheco for the Chiefs, you got Christian McCaffrey for the Niners. Big receivers, you got Debo for the Niners. You know what I mean?
Well, Niners got it on the receiver end because
they got AU. They got AU.
Yeah, Brandon Ayuk. Yep, Brandon Ayuk. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. Yep. So, where do you think the advantage, goes to? Which team do you think the advantage goes to going into Sunday?
San Francisco.
Okay. Why you say that?
Yeah. Why you say that?
I think they more prepared.
In what way?
Because they wide receivers and they receiving core and they running backs, they work as a well-oiled machine once they get to pumping. Kansas City, they do stuff on the fly. That's what type of quarterback Patrick Mahomes is. He want to do something. He want to do it on the fly. He gonna make it up as it go. That's not gonna
But
work with San Francisco.
nah, I think it will work because that's his advantage right there. And that's the disadvantage to the 49ers because it's never clear cut of what this guy's going to do. You prepare for one thing, he goes out there and he show you that, and you think you got that cover up, and then he just sidearm it
He flipped the
somewhere.
script.
He just flip it on. Like we have um been down on the Chiefs all season because of one thing. They don't have any receivers, you know. But for some way, this guy Patrick Mahomes finds a way every time to make something happen. We all know that he's going to get the ball to Travis Kelce. We all
Well, it
know
was.
he's going to get the ball, but guess what? Nobody could stop him.
Well, can I
And
say something though, right quick,
yeah,
Yada? It was a bunch of in some of them games that they shouldn't have won to get where they at. It was a bunch of bad officiating. It was a bunch of
but
bad
we can't.
calls.
No, we can't
For
use
real.
the official. We can't use the officiating as an excuse
Okay.
now because they're here now. You know,
Right.
they
That's right.
they went in they went in Buffalo, found a way to win in Buffalo. They went to Baltimore, found a way to win in Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
Now they back in the big game in Vegas. And as great as we say the 49ers defense is, we said the same thing about the Ravens defense. And look what
Right.
they did to them.
You're
You know,
right. You're right.
look what they
Hey,
did to the
I
Ravens.
can't argue with you when you're right. I can't.
Well, so to me, anytime that you have Patrick Mahomes on the field, you have the advantage. And it doesn't matter who's standing across you. It doesn't matter at all. They can have the Debo, the Brandon Ayuk's, the Christian McCaffreys. But what they don't have is the experience of Patrick Mahomes in this type of situation. And don't sleep on the Chiefs defense because they got a good pass rush. And those young guys in the secondary, they are a year wiser and they're playing really
Well, San
good.
Francisco ain't no slouch either. They got Boa.
And,
They got
and,
they
and
got
those
some
those
people.
guys in that Kansas City secondary was just in the Super Bowl last year.
Exactly. Exactly. Playing against a very familiar type of receivers court. You got Brandon Ayuk, speedy guy. Well, Eagles had Devontae Smith, speedy guy who could run routes. 49ers got Debo Samuels, big, strong guy to go through the middle of the field. Well, the Eagles had A.J. Brown. And when that secondary needed to make plays, they made the plays. So I can't sleep on the Chiefs. And I can't sleep on Patrick Mahomes. So I'm gonna go with the Chiefs on
Okay.
this one. I'm going with
Okay.
the Chiefs on this game here because I can't I can't sleep on Patrick Mahomes in this type of situation. When it's money
And
time, he's money.
okay.
Okay. What about you, Left?
Um, yeah, I feel like as far as making a pick for this game, I was talking to my cousin earlier. Happy birthday, Rhonda! I told you I was going to get you. Um, Listen, man. I wanted to wait till Friday to see what that number was going to look like. Right now, it's Kansas City +2. Um, that's a
Okay.
bet to jump on. That's
That's a bet.
you got to jump on that. Kansas City plus
Yeah.
two. I jump on that.
Yeah.
But I think that right now, I think the Niners, after they escaped against Detroit, again, they did what they needed to do. I think they're going to definitely step up their defensive play in the Super Bowl because it's been, kind of as the defensive coordinator, Steve Wilkes said, it was embarrassing. It was unacceptable. I think that the 49ers are going to, do something early in the game. They're going to do something early in the game because, again, that's where the Chiefs have been this season. The Chiefs haven't been that dominant alpha team that they've been the last, couple of years that we remember them as. They got a lot of chinks in their armor. I think San Francisco is going to strike early. I think that Kansas City's gonna, come right back, punch them in the mouth, you know what I mean, and come right back at them. I think that special teams are gonna play a factor in this game. The 49ers, the higher the score, surprisingly, I think in the favor of the 49ers. The higher the score. I think if the score's, the 24, 21 type thing, I think that'd be more conducive for Kansas City. I think if it gets up to the 30s, I think because once San Francisco finds that formula to move the ball, they have ways with McCaffrey and Debo and Kittle and things of that nature. That Kansas City defense is kind of suspect, but they have been known to make plays. But that goes against now. You got Brock Purdy against that Kansas City defense. Now, who's going to outsmart who? Like you said, this is a big spot. You know what I mean? Mahomes is used to this. You know what I mean? When it's 3rd and 6, you know what I mean? Inside your own 40, you know what I mean? Mahomes is going to be, more athlete to get that first down. You know what I mean? Purdy's going to probably have to get, 4 or 5 and, cause Shanahan to make a decision. So, again, at the end of the day, I think that the 49ers, man, I think they're going to get a couple of breaks. I think that the drop pass is going to play a role in this game. Remember, I said that the drop pass is going to play a role in this game some kind of way. I see the 49ers coming out 37-30 over Kansas City.
That's high. That's high score.
Yeah, high score. What you talking about, Win? How you see it? Who you got?
Well, after listening to both of your soliloquies, that was very eventful and very, very, very on point. I would have to go with Kansas City because y'all did make a point. Once that dude get in that zone, he started playing Madden football. He makes it up on the fly. And it's hard to stop that when you practice to stop a certain way. Your defense ain't gonna be in the right spot if you run in.
When did you freeze? When froze on us there.
All that ish. He's talking all that ish.
Now he was speaking the truth. So when got the Chiefs?
He's speaking the truth. But I feel like, that 49ers defense, they got a point to prove. Again, they're going to give it up. As what I said, they're going to, it's going to be 37-30. They're going to give it up. But I think they're going to make plays as well. Go ahead, Wayne. Finish your thought, yo.
Yeah, I feel this. I feel that's going to work. I feel it's going to work, bro.
Wayne got kicked out. But so Wayne got the Chiefs. I got the Chiefs. You got the Niners.
I got the Niners. Yeah, I mean it's gonna be a good game. I'm looking forward to it. Usually Super Bowl week, Bowski. I mean, like the week, now we got the 2-week thing going on. The first week is like they're taking their tickets. Nobody's talking about that. Nobody cares. But that you talk about that Sunday. Once that Sunday hits, it's a week before the game. Now you get into it. Now you go into sections. Monday you had the press conferences. Tuesday you do your little talk thing with the press. Wednesdays you do practicing heavy. Thursdays your heavy thing. Friday's the weekend. And Saturday you do all that whatever. And Sunday's the game. For me, Super Bowl Sunday is like I'm hyped and charged. And you can't really get too hyped and charged because the game is not until 6.
Not till 6
and
o'clock.
Nobody's
all day.
Yeah, who's going to sit through 4 hours of a pregame show? I used to do that when I was little.
Yeah, not anymore. That's crazy.
I'm not saying do no 4 hours of no pregame show. Him talking about the same. I want to see Randy Moss for 4 hours. I'm not interested. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't trying to see that all day.
But I think that now they have,
I said, but guess what? See, the NBA helped us out with that.
Okay. What's happening? The NBA got something going on.
Sunday at 2 p.m. we got the Celtics and the Heat on ABC.
Okay. That's something to hold you down. Mm-hmm.
That's something to hold you over. You don't gotta sit there and watch the same thing for 4 hours. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that is true.
Or
But
how a certain singer is going to influence the Super Bowl and all of this.
oh my
I'm
god,
come
yeah,
on, man.
it's just ridiculous. But I mean, Sunday is the end of the season. The only thing we have to
Yeah,
look forward
Sunday's
to is the
the
draft. You know?
proverbial end of the season before they start talking about the the uh the NFL draft and all of that. Let me see. I'm trying to find some games on Sunday. Let's see. We got Stanford and Washington, LSU and Alabama. That's Sunday. Iowa and Nebraska. Okay, okay.
Mhm.
Notre Dame and Florida State. Okay, that's women's basketball. Yeah, man. So again, the Super Bowl Sunday, Super Bowl weekend is here. So what are you going to get into now that the Eagles are not going to be in the Super Bowl? Your Eagles are going to Brazil.
Yeah, I'm
What's
not
on that?
really I'm not really a big fan of that. You know, one, we lose a home game. You know, two, it's gimmick. You know, gimmicky. I don't want to. And then the field, I don't know what this field going to look like. You know, I just I don't like it. You know, and I know the NFL is trying to become this international, you know, spectacular event, and I just I don't like it. It's gonna be hot there. I don't know who we playing. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I never I don't like the London games. I'm not a fan of the Germany games. I'm just not a fan of these international games because
Mexico game.
yeah, I'm just not a fan of it. It's
I hear you. I'm gonna I keep it real with you. I'm not really interested in that either because again, they have their thing, which and I think they're a faction of people over there that really don't care for the NFL because they have the
yeah,
soccer thing going on, and that's their football.
that's
You know what I
there.
mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like we should have what we have. It's they call it American football because that's what it is. I mean,
Mhm.
I get that you're trying to grow the game and stuff like that or whatever the case may be, man. But come on, man, how many players are we going to actually have that's going to play in the NFL from London?
Yeah. Oh, from
I
Brazil.
mean,
Like, come on. Like,
I'm not trying to be funny or nothing, but I'm just saying, how many,
no,
you
it's the
know,
truth. It's the
you
truth,
know,
and I'm not a fan of it, and I
and
don't like it.
logistically, football is a much harder game to kind of like travel like that anyway. I mean, with basketball, you could have you could go to I guess Dubai or whatever play game because they've done that already. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And kind of like do what you do, get acclimated to the time over there, play a couple games over there, and bounce and come back. You know what I mean? Then you can send the next other team over there to do what you need to do overseas or whatever. But football
yeah,
is a whole process, man.
can't do that.
You know what I mean? And I don't think teams are going to be, have to go overseas if there's an NFL team in London. You know what I mean?
Who wants
Those
to play
trips are
with it?
going to be those trips are going to be crazy. What division you going to put that team in?
Exactly. You gonna make up an international division?
You know what I mean? Like
That's crazy.
it's crazy. But Super Bowl 58 is on Sunday. Not really up on who's doing the national anthem or who the halftime to Usher. There you
I
go.
said
There you
doing the
go.
halftime show.
What's your thoughts on Usher doing halftime?
Well, it fits in because he had this crazy long, you know, amazing Vegas residency there that brought a lot of attention to Vegas. So you got a Super Bowl in Vegas. Why not have Usher? You know,
Mm-hmm.
I have no problem. I have no problem
Okay,
with that at
okay.
all.
And he's dropping the album too, right?
Yeah, yeah, he is.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I mean, yeah. Go ahead.
they said that what was it? Make it. I don't know who's supposed to be doing this. Who is singing the national anthem? Said Malone will perform "America the Beautiful," and they will perform "Lift Every Voice and Sing."
Yeah, they're going to be singing the Black National Anthem. What's your thoughts on that?
Why not? 75% of the players are black.
It's Black History Month.
Black History Month. I have no problem with it at all. I
Nah,
don't
I don't have a
listen. I
problem
don't
with
care. Listen, if they don't want to sing the national anthem at any of these games, I wouldn't care.
that.
I wouldn't care. I
Right.
wouldn't miss it at all. If they don't want to sing that, they don't want to sing "America the Beautiful," lift every voice and sing the national. They don't have to sing any of that for me. But for people who are having an issue with it,
Right.
it's ridiculous because you got a problem with them singing "Lift Every Voice and Sing," but you got a Patrick Mahomes jersey on your back,
Mm.
but you got a Debo Samuel jersey on your back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Michael
Michael
Parsons.
Parsons jersey on your back,
Mm-hmm.
Dre
Mm-hmm.
Greenlaw jersey on your back,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. That's right.
Chris Jones jersey on your back. But
Right.
you got a
But you
problem
got right.
for them singing "Lift Every Voice and Sing" with
Mm-hmm.
you having this black man on your back, which I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever.
And playing 21 Savage in the car.
Listening to Nicki Minaj and Ice
You
Spice
know?
and
Yeah,
everybody
right,
else,
right.
you know.
Listen to Ice Spice. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying? But yeah,
Pooh
yo,
Fast and
it's
stuff like that. Like, come on, my guys.
it's gonna be a scene. It's gonna be a scene in Vegas, man. That's I mean, the only thing that they, you could top that now is what they need the World Series out there. They had the Stanley Cup Finals out there. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Now you got the Super Bowl out there. You have all the fights out there. Everything is
Mm-hmm.
gravitating towards Vegas. Absolutely, and again, Vegas. I guess it's been like that. I guess kind of sort of from the boxing, and then you come up, with UNLV, the college basketball thing. You know what I mean? Because
Mm-hmm.
those that's that. Listen, it was crazy. It was crazy. Crazy. It was crazy, man. Shout out to Larry Johnson, uh, Anderson Hunt, Stacey Augman. You know what I mean? Those guys, the late Talk the Shark. You know what I mean? Yeah, UNLV had it on Smash. They might as well have been, they might as well have been an NBA team. They had it on Smash, man. Um, but yeah, the Super Bowl is going to be crazy. All the freaks going to come out at night. You already know. It's the perfect atmosphere for it. Las
Yeah.
Vegas. They're going to go crazy. You see any of the commercials? Because the commercials are raw. I mean, they take all the thrill out of it. The thrill is gone. You used to be like, okay, damn, this wonder what the Super Bowl commercial is going to be like. Now you done seen them all. You didn't see
Yeah,
them. Like,
I don't understand why they do that. Why they play them early down. That's weird. That was one of the big
it's,
things about the Super Bowl. That's one of the things, the highlights.
yeah. Yeah, that
That's
was
what
one of
had
the
everybody watching the Super Bowl. Like, oh, let's see
yeah,
these commercials.
yeah. The people that really, not into it for the game or whatever, what you call it, the casual fan or whatever, you know what I mean? They're
Yeah,
watching it. Oh, you see this commercial? And that's what they talk about around the water cooler on Monday. You know what I mean?
you have to
You
look
know,
at
so
commercial and
now,
the halftime show.
yeah, now it's like, seeing all the commercials. Now it's not going to hit as hard or whatever. Now, you know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I just feel like this Super Bowl is going to be good. Something's going to happen. Everybody's going to be glued to their TV. San Francisco 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs controversy, not really. Um, Thursday is when we really get into it. You know what I mean? Once we hit Thursday and then we, get the injury report and all that stuff. And then it's, Friday, Super Bowl weekend. And it is what it is. Jermaine Ortiz Lopez fight. That's Thursday night.
Oh yes,
And I don't understand why they have these fights on during the week.
because
Like,
nobody's gonna watch it.
I mean, and again, nobody, where they gonna put it on the weekend? There's no HBO, there's no Showtime. You know what I mean? Where they gonna put it?
Yeah, because now ESPN is heavy with college basketball, the NBA. Yeah,
Mm.
there's. I guess there's no way to put it but on Thursdays, right? Unless you want to do it on the app.
Yeah, I
And then
guess. I mean, yeah, I guess so. This is what it's come down to. You get in where you fit in.
true.
You know what I mean? Get in where you fit in, man. I just, just it's just kind of weird. You know what I mean? But again, at the end of the day, that's them. They doing their thing. Just down in Sports Talk, y'all. Y'all can catch us on Facebook, YouTube, StreamYard, 6 Zeros, and all that. Make sure you check Yada Bear. She's over there heavy at 6 Zeros. Get her right on. You know what I mean? Make sure she's, you check her out and you comment. You know what I mean? We in the building, man, making it do what it do. So what's your plan for Sunday? What's on the menu? What's the eats look like on Sunday
Oh
at
well,
the Yada
actually
crib?
Sunday I'm gonna be at work.
Oh,
These are none of my teams.
oh,
Okay, so I'm gonna be at work. That's what
oh,
I'm
man.
doing.
Oh yeah, that's right. Wow.
Yeah, this ain't my team. So
Yeah,
I, I,
I
I,
hear
I-
you.
I'll be at work working and hopefully happy that my Sixers will make a trade, before the
Oh
trade
yeah.
deadline.
Let's get into that before we get up out of here.
Trade
Um,
deadline.
before we get into the trade deadline thing, Joel Embiid out for what, 4 weeks?
4 weeks. More
So how
like
does
two
that
months.
factor? How does that factor into what the Sixers are going to do with the trade deadline? That's like 48 hours away.
Well, what I'm hoping is that we will make a couple of trades that will help bring in people who can score. Because right now I don't care about what seed we are. I feel like we won't drop no lower than fifth seed. We're probably at the fifth seed right now. We lost a couple of games since Joel been down, but seeding to me don't matter. Soon as he went down, I knew instantly that he needs to get surgery on that knee. He's been it's been bothering him for since like the beginning of the year.
Mm,
Um, I believe it was one of those. I think it was like the Pacers game or one of the Hawks games where he fell and he got rolled up on and he injured the knee, and the knee been bothering him ever since. And he's been trying to play on it, but I look at it like get the surgery, get it done down, get it done early because like I said, it's only February. It's not
right,
even the All
right.
Star break yet. We still got a week to the All Star break. So he got it done. He said it was successful. They was able to repair it, clean it out. So they said 4 weeks he'd be down, and then you think of it, he out for 4 weeks for the recovery, and then he got to get back into playing shape. So that should take like another month. So we're looking at maybe like the end of March, beginning of April, but he should be back for the playoffs. So with the trade deadline looming, I need a big body and I need some scoring to help with the scoring. Tobias is not consistent enough. We got all of these old guys on our roster now. We have become the old team now. Everybody was so excited. Oh, Nicholas Batum and Robert
Mm,
Covington and Marcus Munch Sr. I'm like, yeah, these guys are not guys that could get us past the second round. We are now old. We have all these expiring contracts on our roster, plus draft picks that we got from the Harden trade. We have it. Make the trade. I don't know what Daryl Morey's waiting on. He should have started moving pieces around as soon as Joel went and had the procedure done. It's like we can't go on with just having Mo Bamba and Paul
mm,
Reed and Tobias and Kelly Oubre and Nicholas Batum and Robert like I can't like those names shouldn't is not on the championship roster. Nobody Robert Covington is on a championship roster. Marcus Morris Sr., Nicholas Batum, Korkmaz,
mm.
KJ Martin. Like what's going on with KJ? You would thought that he would have a better skill set from his dad. Like he's not even KJ Martin is it's not good. He's not
Mm,
good. We don't have good players on our roster right now.
mm,
And it's crazy that we were able to sustain where we at now because we had Joel who had us overlooking some of our issues. He covered that up because he did so much on both
Mm,
ends of the court.
mm,
Now that he's not here, all that is brought to life. We see it all. Maxie can't do it all on his own. You know, he shouldn't have to drop 51 points for
right.
us to win a game against a bad team. That shouldn't be the case, but it is because we're in this situation because Dale Morey don't want to make a trade yet. I don't understand what he's waiting for. So we
Well,
got
you
we got
you gonna
48
have that.
hours.
You gonna have that to worry about. You know what I mean? In a couple
Yeah.
of days, you ain't gonna have that to worry about. In regard to the Knicks, I think that I was in the same predicament with you when I saw Julius Randle as soon as he got hurt. Um, I was like, "Yo, we gotta get on the horn, get
Mm-hmm.
somebody up in here." I've been hearing the last week. You hearing, Jimmy Butler. You know what I mean? Like I don't really think that's a move that we would want to make. Um,
Nah, he
you
wasn't
know, we
fit.
huh?
I said he wasn't fit there with what
Nah, I don't
I
like
got
Jimmy
now.
Butler. I mean, again, we have a lot of um, the pieces to work with. You know what I mean? We
Mm-hmm.
got a lot of we have a lot of picks. We have things of that nature that we can move around and have in a trade situation. So again, the clock is ticking. So again, some things will be switched around and changed around. Um, I really don't know what the Knicks want to do, but I think that guys' names that you've heard previously and prior, like Zach Levine, those type of guys like that might be moved in some kind of deal. But now again, it's like, who do the Knicks get rid of? Who do
It,
we trade? Besides
yeah,
Fournier.
it,
Okay,
yeah.
Fournier's he should have been gone already, but you know what I
Their
mean.
contract. Nobody wanted their
Yeah,
contract.
yeah. So again, we got to figure that out. This is down in sports talk. We had the part of the show down where we get down on a particular topic. All right, what you getting down on this week, Bowski?
I'm getting down on Klay Thompson
Mm-mm.
and the Golden State Warriors. Klay Thompson has been going down the downward spiral for these past couple of weeks. The other day, during the game, he was benched for the last 7 minutes because he couldn't hit a shot to save his life. And you can clearly see that he was frustrated, angry, upset on the sideline. He damn near looked like he's ready to cry. He had
Mm.
Draymond over there consoling him, talking to him like, yo, like, telling him to get his head in the game. But it's like I feel like it's time for a change for Klay Thompson. Um, I heard that they were talking about moving him or possibly moving. I heard Wiggins' name being thrown around because he's also no one who hasn't really been playing up to their potential in
Right.
Golden State. And these guys, when you look at the standings, they're like what 12th place. They're not even in the play-in, and it's crazy when you think of a team like the Warriors that has Steph Curry on their squad. That these guys are in 12th place, and they're just spiraling out of control on the downward spiral. So I think they definitely need to make a move. Klay is the odd man out. Um, he hasn't been the same since the injuries.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he seemed to be a shell of himself. Seemed like he'd be thinking about the move before he make the move. I think he's too much in his head, and he got to go. I think it's time to blow up the Warriors. I mean, something had to go. So something got to give. Like it's not going to be like the Lakers of old with Kobe Bryant, you know, having this farewell tour with the Lakers. I think Clay has to go. I think Wiggins have to go. I think they need to change up the whole thing and just try to get younger. And yeah, that's what I'm getting down on. Clay
All right,
Thompson, time to go.
no doubt. I'm gonna get down on this Javante Davis and Connor Ben fight that is supposed to be happening. Um, it's cool when you have guys that talk about it and about that action. And watching the movement and going on with the shaking and popping and boxing, you can see who's about that action and who's not.
Oh no,
Um,
definitely.
and I think that a fight like this with Javante Davis and Conor Ben isn't really gonna prove a lot. This is not a fight that people wanted to see. You know what I
Not at
mean?
all.
So again, I'm kind of down on that. And here's one thing I want to say to that before we get up out of here. We appreciate everybody checking us out. If Don King was still around in his state of mind, where he can make those moves and be that presence in this game, a lot of fights would have been done happen by now.
Oh, we would have. Oh my God, we would have had so many great
You know,
fights.
a lot of fights would have been done happen. You can say what you want about Don King, and you'd be right. You know what I'm saying? You can say what you want about Don King, and you'd be absolutely right. Right? But
Yeah,
Don King made it happen.
all the
Don
time.
King got it cracking. Don King made it pop. If these dudes didn't want to fight, all of a sudden they sit at the table and they get ready to set up a fight.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something that all these, I don't know, the promoters in this game, the Eddie Hearns and what's my man, Al Heyman and all those dudes, like, them dudes don't got nothing on
It's too
Don King.
many. It's
Got
too
nothing.
many.
You know what I mean? Nothing on him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Regardless of his, his reputation and his history and stuff like that, they still worked with him. They
They
knew
they
about his history,
they sure
and they
did. They
still worked.
sure did. They
Yep.
sure did, and
And,
they made a
and,
lot of
still,
money,
and still let
and they
him
made a
rob
lot
him.
of fights.
And still let him rob him. You know what I'm
And still,
saying?
yeah,
Absolutely. So again, I just wanted to say that to that man. If Don King was still around, man, a lot of these fights are happening. He wouldn't even let you fighters think about being scared and saving your O and all that nonsense. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
it's a different day and time. Like we said when we first came on to your screen, man. We know it's about the money aspect of it, the capitalism aspect of it. But we just don't want to just sit up here and talk because we enjoy the competition, the real competition. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
money gets in the way of not allowing a lot of things to happen. And we're gonna close on that note. This is Left Handed at RM Desk. Get at me on Twitter. That's my code D out of Bear in the House. Make sure you check it out on all the platforms: Twitter, Facebook, StreamYard, all of that good stuff. She's heavy
Zero,
on
them all in.
Make sure you check her out. All right. Down in Sports Talk, we'll get at y'all Tuesday. We're going to have our post Super Bowl situation, make our NBA votes. We'll finally get those NBA All Star things in. And that's it. We out, yo. We'll talk to y'all. Don't go nowhere, Browski. All right. Y'all be
Peace.
good. Whatever y'all
Y'all
do,
be
whatever
good.
y'all do, whatever y'all do. And Jay-Z got down on it, right? Jay-Z told the
Oh,
truth, didn't he?
Jay-Z told the truth.
Word up, word up. We out, yo. Happy
Release
birthday,
Killer
my brother.
Mike.
Yeah.
Free Killer Mike.
Free
Facts. Free Killer Mike. Get him out of there, yo.